all the time. She got a booty like a Cadillac. Oh, I could send her in an overdrive.
Hello and welcome to The Jam on DZRJ Radio, 8:10 a.m. on your radio dial. I am your host, Eric LeCain, and for the next hour, we'll talk about some interesting news stories that happened this week from around the world. So let's get right to it. This week started out with reports of a call from Donald Trump to President Duterte. Duterte has sometimes been referred to as the counterpart of Trump, or some have even called him the Trump of Asia. According to reports, it was a friendly conversation in which the leaders discussed the escalating issues of North Korea. They also discussed regional security in Southeast Asia and the Philippine drug wars, which Trump has seemed to be very supportive of. In the conversation, Trump invited Duterte to the White House to talk more about the alliance between the United States and the Philippines. And of course, remember, Duterte did not get along so well with the previous President Obama, who criticized Duterte on human rights. It is not known yet what the date of this possible trip is. However, Trump has said that he's looking forward to visiting the Philippines in November at the Asian Summit. Now, of course, the U.S. media, this has sparked some controversy, and they want to know why the White House would extend a visit to the leader with a human rights record. However, on TV this week, Reince Priebus, who is the White House chief of staff, said he supported the invitation, saying that by reaching out to the Philippines, it's a key in dealing with the nuclear threat posed by North Korea. Priebus agreed that the human rights issue does matter. However, he argued that North Korea problem really does take precedence. Now, the U.S. military has since moved an aircraft carrier strike group near to Korea and has docked a nuclear submarine there. They also have been running military drills there with both South Korea and Japan. Duterte said the world would suffer if the United States and North Korea could not defuse this situation. Duterte urged the United States to be patient and practice restraint, and it behooves America because they are the more responsible country. He said, "We know that we are playing with somebody who relishes in letting go his missiles, and I would not want to go into his mind because I really don't know what would be inside. But he is putting Mother Earth on the edge." Duterte also put in a call to the president of China at the request of Donald Trump. Duterte said he spoke with President Xi to convince him to play a bigger role in diffusing the tension in Korea after the North test-fired another missile. The Philippines wasn't seen as a major player in the conflict between the United States and North Korea. However, Duterte has found himself becoming a collaborator in this because the possibility of keeping these two countries from going to war. Meanwhile, to add to an uneasy twist to the story, North Korea has accused the U.S. and South Korean agents of plotting to kill the president, the supreme leader, Kim Jong-un. They say they have captured a North Korean, referred to him only as Kim, who was paid to carry out an attack with a biochemical substance. However, the plot was foiled, but they gave no details on the fate of the mysterious North Korean. The CIA declined to comment, and South Korea has issued no statement so far. The North Korean government has claimed that the CIA and IS, the South Korean intelligence service, hatched a vicious plot targeting the president while he appeared in public at Pyongyang for ceremonial events there. But so far, none of this has been verified. The North Korean statement did not specify a date for the plot, but said the plotter's intention was to target the president with a bomb while he was either at the Palace of the Sun or at a military parade. The statement said a terrorist group helped coordinate the plot, which was foiled However, it did not say how it was foiled. But they did say that the assassin was a North Korean who was lured in becoming a terrorist by the US and the Korean intelligence officers. The statement goes on, the murderous demons of the IS who conspired with the CIA corrupted and bribed a North Korean named Kim, who was turned into a terrorist full of repugnance and revenge. It said that the biochemical agents included a radioactive and nano-poison substance, and the alleged assassin was handed over $20,000 US on 2 occasions and a satellite transmitter receiver that enabled him to get versed in using the substances. And at one point, the alleged assassin traveled to China to meet with the South Korean accomplices. North Korea has vowed to ferret out and mercilessly destroy the last one of the terrorists that the US, CIA, and the puppet IS of South Korea targeted the dignity of the North Supreme Leader. It said that the incident was a most vicious challenge and represented a declaration of war. Now, of course, ironically, the president of North Korea had his own half-brother assassinated with a chemical agent at an airport in Malaysia just a few months ago. North Korea has denied that murder. However, they were able to follow the trail right back to North Korea. Now, through all of this, the U.S. Congress this week has toughened sanctions on North Korea and any country that deals or helps them in their nuclear and missile programs. This includes China. The U.S. has also deployed a U.S. anti-missile system in South Korea, which has provoked many complaints from China, who of course is North Korea's main economic factor. The latest North Korea missile tests have failed. Some have speculated that it could have been sabotaged by the U.S. or maybe that they were just not good missiles. This week, Donald Trump, in a kind of bizarre description of the North Korean leader, called him a smart cookie, but stopped short of saying he was insane. At one point, the president somewhat praised the leader, saying that he's sure that people such as his uncle tried to take power away from him, but he was not able to do it, alluding that the president was smart enough to thwart his uncle and his possible coup attempts. Now, of course, Kim Jong-un killed his uncle. First reports that came out that said he fed his uncle to some starving dogs, but later it was said that it was just a firing squad. This is The Jam. I am Eric McCain. We're talking about interesting stories that are going on this week around the world. Things that I think are interesting.